Hello, my name is Sandeep Kurur and I shall take you through a quick overview of the back-to-back supply creation and fulfillment process. This presentation offers information on the back-to-back flow that implementing organizations should keep in mind while evaluating different modes of order fulfillment. A back-to-back sales order is one which always triggers creation of supply after the order is received, submitted, or booked. This essentially means that the selling organization usually does not maintain on hand of the ordered item. A specific demand in the form of a newly received sales order for a back-to-back enabled item necessitates the creation of supply. The corollary to this is that the supply is being created specifically to fulfill the demand generated by the sales order for the back-to-back enabled item. For this reason, it is essential that the source of demand, which is a sales order, and the source of supply are linked together. And that is where the reservation comes into play. Not only does the reservation link the demand and the supply together, it also plays a vital role in maintaining the link when changes occur. Another factor that defines a back-to-back order is how the order is ultimately shipped to the customer. In the case of the back-to-back flow, the newly created supply is shipped from an internal warehouse of the selling organization. The term supply used in the context of the back-to-back flow as described earlier can denote a purchase order, a transfer order, or a work order, or in exceptional cases available on hand. And based on the supply generated to fulfill a back-to-back sales order, we have the corresponding back-to-back buy, transfer, or make flows. All this points to an implicit fact of the back-to-back flow. The fulfillment lead time of a back-to-back sales order would be, on an average, higher than that of a regular sales order that is fulfilled from available stock. In the case of a back-to-back sales order, you have to account for the time required for the requested supply to be available in the internal warehouse before it can be shipped to the customer. This also means that implementing the back-to-back fulfillment process in cases where the fulfillment of an order is immediate will be overkill. For an implementing organization, it is important to evaluate if the back-to-back supply creation process is a right fitment for the organization's order fulfillment process. The ideal candidates for back-to-back supply creation and fulfillment are those customer ordered items that are never stocked. The reasons for not maintaining stock of such items may vary. In certain selling organizations, such a classification of items may be reserved for a select few items, while in certain other selling organizations, all customer ordered items might be considered as candidates to be marked as back-to-back enabled because of the business model. To summarize, the back-to-back flow is a best fitment if the ordered item is manufactured, purchased, or transferred based on specific sales order demand. This includes sales orders that involve configurations as well. In this context, it is also critical to note that one of the primary determinants to identify whether an ordered item is eligible for back-to-back fulfillment is a value of the back-to-back enabled attribute as defined in Product Information Management. From an Oracle Supply Chain Management Cloud perspective, how does back-to-back order fulfillment differ from standard order fulfillment, where the ordered item is shipped out of available on hand? Let us take a simple example of standard order fulfillment, in which the steps involved are scheduling of the order, reservation of the ordered quantity, shipment of the order, and finally the invoicing of the order. In comparison, back-to-back supply creation and fulfillment goes through an additional step of requesting for supply immediately after the order line is scheduled. This additional step is required to create supply in order to fulfill the sales order. This request for supply is sent to supply chain orchestration or SEO, which in turn takes control of the supply creation process. Supply chain orchestration initiates the process to create a supply document, which could be a work order or a purchase order or a transfer order based on recommendations from global order promising. Once the supply document is generated, a reservation is created to tie the sales order with the supply document. Changes from the sales order, the demand source, and from the supply document, which is the supply source, are managed and tracked by supply chain orchestration until all the requested quantity is made available at the internal warehouse ready to ship to the customer. That brings me to the end of this short overview of the back to back supply creation and fulfillment process. Thank you.